Yo, what's up guys? It is Glitchmaker, and today I have sheer copium. That's right, I have Tearlaments in Genesys format. You get 2 total cards. Whoop-de-doo! Let's get into it because I am single-handedly keeping the copium industries profitable. Starting off, we have 1 Scheiren. Why are we using Scheiren specifically? Level 4. 3 Tier Cash because they didn't put this card on the points list. Best card in the deck, mills 3 on summon, mills 2 upon get hit engraved by card effect, quick effect, special summon. Oh my goodness! Anyways, we're on 3 Supreme Sea Mare because Rhino-Heart is expensive, and this is poor man's Rhino-Heart right here. It dumps Scheiren, but that's all that matters because you're making that Kitkallos anyway. I know you are. 3 Tearlaments Scream, repeatable mill 3. Also at the Tear Trap. 3 Tearlaments Grief. Summon a Tear and then you send 1 you control with the same type or attribute. And if it's into the grave, you can target one of your banished Tear traps and add it to hand. Tearlaments Heartbeat, it's spell trap removal, and then you pitch 1. And you can add a Tear trap from graveyard to hand. If it's integrated by a card effect, your Tear traps are very important. 2 Sulliek. If you control a Tear monster, you can target an effect monster your opponent controls. Negate effect and send a monster you control to the graveyard. And if it's integrated by card effect, you can add a Tear monster from deck to hand. That's broken! You add your Scheiren! Or your Tear Cash. You are almost always ending on this card. You almost always end on like 2 to 3 Tear traps anyway. Metanoise, Book of Moon, but you get the foolish one. And if it's integrated by card effect, you can target a Tear monster in graveyard, add it to your hand. That's a lot more important than you think. Tearlaments Cryme. It's an Omni. And then you have to send a monster from hand to grave. And if it's into the graveyard by card effect, target one of your banished Tear monsters, add it to hand. That effect is really good because people will crow your Scheiren. 3 Gem-Knight, whatever this is. A normal or special summon, add a Gem-Knight card from deck to hand. You can get a normal, extra normal for a Gem-Knight. And if it's sent from hand to deck to the graveyard, well, you get to summon it and pitch 1 for effects. And then 1 Gem-Knight Sapphire because this is like honestly the best card you can add and get the extra normal summon of because it's an Aqua. Yeah, I'm not kidding. It's also a level 4. You are making Minerva and detaching Sapphire for cost. 3 King of the Swamp, which adds Polymerization, and it's a fusion sub, which comes up a lot. 3 Laundry Dragonmaid, she mills 3. Shoutouts to the Paleozoic fan club. Shaddoll Squamata, sent to the graveyard by card effect. Send a Shaddoll from deck to grave, which you could do Shaddoll Beast, which will draw you a card. Helshaddoll Hollow, which will mill more cards, baby. Mill cards equal to the number of different attributes on field. Crazy. Or you could bin your sideboard cards like Helshaddoll Ariel, which is triple crow. Or Shaddoll Dragon, which is back row removal. Screw back row decks. Also, you might want to play like an extra copy of Heartbeat inside. 2 Trick Clown. If it's into the graveyard, you can target a Performage engraved, special summon it. Attack and defense becomes 0, and you take 1k. Taking damage is relevant. Plaguespreader. If it's engraved, you can place 1 from hand onto the top of the deck and special summon it, banish it when it leaves the field. You're making synchros and Disease monsters with this guy. Yippee! Fishborg Planter. It mills once while it's in the graveyard. And if the card you milled was a water, you summon it. Free extra body, and that means you can use the effect again later. Yay! Extra Foolish Burial. Extra Foolish Burial. Pay half your life points, send Kitkallos, mill 5! God bless America! Kitkallos! Rhoda or Foolish for any tier card you want. On summon, you can target a monster you control, special summon a tier monster from hand to grave, and if you do, send the monster targeted to the grave, and if you send to grave by card effect, mill 5. Rulkallos, she is kinda like Caesar, except you also have to send something to the graveyard. But then if she's sent to the graveyard by card effect while she was fusion summoned, you summon her back. And other aquas you control cannot be destroyed by battle. Tearlaments Kaleido-Heart, removal on summon or if an aqua is sent to the graveyard by card effect while he's on field. Specifically, it shuffles back, and if it's sent to grave by card effect, you can summon him back, and if you do, Foolish a tier. Helshaddoll Construct, Shaddoll plus a light, what could you possibly be sending? This and a Shaddoll. Or this, I don't judge. And then you can send another Shaddoll from deck to grave when you summon her. Yippee! This card never came up in testing. Dragostapelia, baby! Quick effect, place a predator counter on something, and if it's level 2 or higher, its level becomes 1. Screws over Xyz and Synchro plays. Negate the activated effects of your opponent's monsters with predator counters. Poplar of the White Forest, Synchro, level 4, Tuner. Muddy Mudragon, Fusion sub, and it allows you to fusion summon. Cool. Star Leon, this is why taking damage matters, because it is now interaction. That also gets you extra life points back. Ravenous Crocodragon, 500 attack and defense for each card in hand. If it's synchro summon, you can draw cards equal to the number of non-tuners. Usually this is 1 card, but sometimes it's 2. Oh, and I suppose you can, on quick effect, pitch to target and blow something up. Onibimaru Soul Sweeper. It's just removal. Temporary removal, but it's removal. Also, how do I put this? It could potentially get back a Tearlaments Scheiren. That's neat. Number 106, Giant Hand. It's another negate. A common theme here is we have a lot of monster interaction and a lot of it is negates. Redoer. During standby phase, you can attach the top card of opponent's deck to this card's material. That doesn't really matter because usually you just want him so you can detach Scheiren and then fusion summon. On quick effects. Minerva! She mills 3 upon detaching 1. And then also if she gets destroyed, mill 3! Abyss Gaios, he comes up a surprising amount. I'm gonna be honest, like, it is kind of weird how much he comes up. You will just have 2 tier cash on board sometimes, and you need a rank 7 to make. So make him, because he's the only good one that we can make. And then, obviously, I showed you these cards, but some other options you have are Fearless, Lightsworn Archer. She's kind of like a wolf. But also she has to be sent by a monster effect, and if you... but you can tribute her and target the monster your opponent controls. Blow it up in mill 3, baby. Morphotronic Earfawn. It's a Synchro 4, but It's got a graveyard effect that's kind of neat, and on summon, it's going to turn something to a tuner. You want to know what the payoff for that is? That's right, baby! Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon! We found a way to make it in this deck, baby! And obviously these two are solid. King Dempsey! He's like Reader, he attaches for effect, except he doesn't, you know, screw on off until, like, the end phase. That's cool. So I hope you liked my sheer amounts of copium. Every card in this list, copium. My bedroom, full of copium. I have a lethal supply of copium, and I can be trusted with 10-point Tearlaments names. I should be trusted with 10-point Tearlaments names. I am a normal, reasonable human being who can be trusted with cheap Tearlaments names in this limited format. I guarantee you, I can be trusted. I will be responsible with 10-point Tearlaments names, and I will not commit war crimes.